Hey, love buds. Welcome back. I am Key, the Snowbound Rose, and this is my channel. Safe space, hopefully, is what I'm creating, where we acknowledge that the struggle is real. We acknowledge that everyone's going through a struggle. No judgments, no hate. It doesn't matter if you're fighting the fight, you got everything mapped out and you just see a way and you're fighting through there, or maybe you don't see a way. Maybe you're stuck in your bed because you don't know which way to go, you don't know which way to move, you don't trust yourself, or whatever was going on. The struggle is real. Everyone's going through some form of struggle. Do not beat yourself up about it. Don't look at the other side of the road and say, hey, the grass is green over there. Take care of yourself, lift yourself up, love yourself, do you, love you, serve yourself, and all that goodness. Anyway, on with today's video. Please excuse all the noise out here. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. I got things to do today. But in case you have not noticed, I done cleaned myself up. Yes, I did. I complained in my other two videos about the fact that I couldn't do my maintenance when I dislocated and fractured my elbow, so I couldn't do my maintenance for a while. And it became a situation where it was crunch time because I've got to leave town. I've got a flight. I've got to head out. I can't be looking like that. So I had to bite that bullet and take myself to the salons and to the shops, people. Something I do not normally do. And I didn't realize how ridiculous it was until I got there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like looking around like I don't know what to do anymore when I do these things, because I don't even know what the people do anymore. So I am going to tell you my experience and me cleaning myself up, and why, because I was reminded of why I DIY. So here's the deal. Even this morning I tried to keep myself up, put a little sunscreen on. My aesthetics teacher would be proud because she's always like, oh, make sure you put your sunscreen on, take care of your face, all that stuff. So woke up this morning, try to do something with myself and have a good start to my day, because at the end of the day, you really do start to feel how you look. If you're like so used to being grungy and throwing your sweats on and rolling out of the bed, you really stop caring, and it makes you feel better to take care of yourself. And don't get me wrong, the salon spa experience is a great experience for when you want to pamper yourself and you want to lay back and let someone take care of you. It's awesome. Make sure you go to the right salons and spas, though. You want a spa that follows the rules, and the salons that follow the rules, to keep people safe and to keep people happy and all that good jazz. So, on to my story. There were good parts. Like, that was awesome. I went to the shop. This lady washed my hair as if she was scrubbing laundry. She was all up in there, in my scalp. Everything got all nice and clean. And then she did this little cute curly style that I like it. I mean, I'm not sure about how I'm gonna feel when I let it down, because I feel like it's not all the way twisted. She just kind of twisted what she needed to at the roots and folded and then twisted. So it's not really twisted all the way down, but I like it because I'm so used to having all of my hair out and long, and especially with not being able to tie it up, it's cute to have it looking like it's short. And yeah, that was nice. So that was a cool experience, going to the salon and having this young woman do my hair, and she put a lot of good effort into my hair. So I'll most likely, when I can, go see her. I won't overdo it because, girl's on a budget. But yeah, she did kind of tack this up in a strange way. I might take that down. She knotted it with string so that it would stay in place for a while. But since I've had it in there and it's dry, I think I can take that out. So that was a good experience. It wasn't, my usual meditate and do your little candles and everything and twist your hair and feel all great, but it was a good feeling. I was taken care of. It was a nice salon. The people weren't all rowdy and everything, so that was cool. On to the next spot. So I go to the spot where you get your nails, your eyebrows, and whatever done. So I go, and it's last minute, it's crunch time. Mind you, it's 4th of July weekend, and my family and I have been delayed all kinds of ways about this trip. So everyone's in their own directions trying to find somewhere to go. And the shops are all packed and everything. So I go and I find a way to squeeze myself into this shop, and I'm like, oh, thank God they squeezed me in. I go and I sit at the foot bowl. Now, I haven't been to the salons in a while and the shops in a while. I don't know what this shower cap thing is that they're putting inside the foot bowl as if it's some kind of sanitation device that is keeping the germs out of the water. There's water on both sides of the shower cap because he pulled a hole into it so he can get the hose through it. So if the jet spas are coming through the shower cap with water, then how are you going to tell me the bacteria is being kept out just because you put the shower cap looking piece inside the bowl? So I'm already kind of weirded out by the shower cap looking piece. I'm like, what is the sense of this? What are you doing? But I'm trying to give the guy a break. He looks flustered. He looks new. And he's just kind of like, whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. He did a good enough job. Pretty glad he didn't pull out that cheese grater and try to use it on my feet, because that's just too much. No. So I'm just looking at him. He's struggling a little bit. I wanted pink and white, so I'm trying to ask for the most natural pink ever. The best he could come up with was some bubblegum looking thing that I was like, okay, you know what? Just get it done, right? So he goes to painting, and I feel bad because, I don't know why you're going to choose the paint that looks dry and old. And so he's struggling and trying to unsmudge, and then he's taking stuff off to reapply. So at this point, I don't want to complain. I don't want him to redo it. I'm just sitting there like, whatever. The feet didn't come out that bad. I'm just a little about the fact that one of the toenails is cut in a slant, and it's kind of annoying. But either which way, they're a little bubble gum, but they're fine. Go to the manicurist. And the lady was sweet. We sat there vibing the whole time. And I'm looking around like, what is going on? Because the first thing that throws me is no manicure. I want a mani-pedi, but you're not giving me a manicure. You're giving me a full set of acrylic nails. But when I sit down, it's not like you're soaking, conditioning, pushing back cuticles, getting the cuticles out of the way. No, this lady automatically takes the drill and proceeds to buff off the top layer of my nails so that she can just attach nails to it, and that's the end of it. So I'm like just sitting there like, wow, is that how they do it now? So I'm looking at the menu, and true indeed, they have it separately itemized that if you want a manicure with your full set of nails nowadays, you have to ask for a manicure. So One good thing is I learned about colored acrylic because I've been doing my nails so long without going to a salon. I didn't know that they had all these upgrades, pink and white, nude, full-blown colors for your acrylic powder. So that's awesome. That was awesome to find out. But I was kind of like, no real maintenance on the hands. She just kind of went in and threw the nails on there. And not only that, they charge you $5 to put rhinestones on one nail. Dude, you could buy a pack of rhinestones for $5. You're going to get 1,000 rhinestones in there. There you go for the whole year, looking like Cardi B. Rhinestones everywhere. So that's another thing I'm thinking. These are the things I think about while I'm at the salon. But it didn't really become a big issue until I hear the lady mumble. I believe she said, "I nicked you." I do not remember. I did not hear the exact words that came out of her mouth. I repeat, I did not hear the exact words that came out of her mouth. But when I looked at her, she pointed down at my nail. As she pointed down at my nail, I realized she indeed nicked me and I was bleeding. And in the same moment that she pointed down at my nails and I looked at my nails and saw that my finger was bleeding, she picked up a bottle of cuticle oil and swiped it over my nails, over the cuticles that are bleeding. And all I could think is, I know good and well you're going to use that whole bottle on everybody that comes in here. How many people have you nicked? And you're using the same brush to brush all over everybody's cuts and dip them back in this bottle. And most likely, you're not even going to throw the bottle out. You have a bigger bottle that you're just going to pour more into the little bottle of cuticle blood stew that you're creating. So now I'm starting to look like, okay, whatever. At this point, it's kind of at the end of the manicure. She's like, "Oh, wash your hands off." So I go running to wash my hands off. We do the gel. Bam. It's done. Unfortunately, I already opened my mouth to tell the people I want a mani-pedi and my eyebrows done. So here goes the eyebrow lady. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? It makes sense. Don't even go to the next place running around looking for someone who can squeeze you in for eyebrows. You're already here. I need to get everything done so I can get out of here. This flight is coming up. I go to the eyebrow lady. The eyebrow lady is talking to the manicurist because the manicurist is the one that called her over. "Oh yeah, the eyebrow lady, we're done. It's time to do her eyebrows." Go to the eyebrow lady, and I found it weird, but it was okay that you took the spatula and did the top and bottom of my eyebrow, put the strip on, and ripped it off. Me being me, I noticed like I didn't see any shuffling or anything, so I'm kind of like, now I'm peeking, and I notice she's double dipping into the jar that she's waxing people's eyebrows with, and took it and waxed my second eyebrow. So now the eyebrows are waxed, but now I'm looking at the lady like, did you really just double dip? Not only did she double dip, she put the stick back in the jar as if she was waiting for the next person to come sit in the seat and use the same stick. So how many people used this stick before I sat down in the seat? I'm so grossed out. This is why I DIY. This is why I will continue to DIY. Nothing against anybody else's salons. Some places are good, some places are not so good. And because the language barrier was so thick and deep, I went in there with one idea of what I wanted my nails to look like. I really just wanted the pink and white. So, it was a pleasant surprise to find nude gel, and all that stuff was great. But if you can't really speak English to understand what the customers or somebody needs to be able to interpret what the customer wants. It's like always this situation where you tell them, you explain in detail what you want, and it turns out nothing like what you wanted. And as far as eyebrows go, I hate going to the eyebrow shop. It's just that I still can't really reach. Like maybe next time I can and do my own eyebrow because I'm not letting them do this again. Look, every time they take off at least half of your eyebrow comes out so thin. I sat in this woman's seat and I really stressed the fact that I like my eyebrows thick. All my eyebrow gone. So, no, this is why I DIY. I mean, every once in a while I'll probably hit up the hair lady or something like that. But as far as having my fingers cut up, I'm gonna insert pictures of what I'm talking about. Like my cuticles on all my fingers, like it doesn't even make sense because it's not cute that all my cuticles are pulling and peeling and all this stuff like all the way into the knuckle. And I'm like, why? Think about it. She's cutting corners. Instead of pushing back your cuticles, she's shredding them with the drill, just buffing them down and shredding them, like really just fouling your cuticles. It's your skin. So of course it's gonna be uneven, it's gonna peel. So now my fingers look like onions. They're like literally peeling. It makes no sense. Like, I paid for those people to jack me up, y'all. Never again. DIY if you can. If you got it like that, make sure you go to top notch. Because, baby, you deserve it. You do not deserve for these people to be tearing you up and taking your money. And that's just my word of the day. This is why I don't really like salons. I'm very, I may not be doing it perfect, but neither are you. I can do it just as good as she did it without tearing up my nails like that. My fingers. Anyway. You guys, I got things to do today. It's actually quite early and I'm dressed and I'm ready for my day and I am feeling a bit better. We gonna get this done. I got this trip to take. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm packed up. I'm cleaned up. I don't look like pure crazy no more. So we gonna do this. Anyway, Snowbound Rose, do you, love you people. Take care of yourself. Serve yourself. Be good to yourself. Be patient with yourself and others. You all be good to each other. Love each other and all that greatness. If you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, share. I will be coming with more content, better content. I am stoked about this trip, even though I'm kind of like, cringy moments at the salon. Had to tell you guys about it in case you guys start wondering, why is she always doing her stuff? Like, first of all, yeah, I'm budget friendly, so I'm gonna DIY whenever I can. But I do prefer to do these things myself because I know where my tools have been. I know if I mess up, at least the next time I know what I did wrong, I will do better. And, I just treat myself with love. I touch myself with love. This mechanical, let's just rush through people and get them out of here, is not what the spa industry is about. I don't know why these people do these things. It's all about relaxing, making your client feel good, giving them all the extras. Unfortunately, the world has changed, so this is what we're dealing with. Love you guys. Do good with yourselves. Do good for yourselves. No matter what step you're on, whether you're on the bottom stair or you're at the top or whatever, keep it moving, keep it going. Help the next person. You see somebody down, instead of using them as a ladder, help them up. And all that good stuff. And I will be back soon. I even gave myself a facial. How about that? Love y'all. Mwah. Bye.